everyone, it's Rebecca from the Home Solutions channel, and today I'm here at Southwest Exteriors to talk with sales leader Ryan Houchin and bring you this 5-part series on how to compare 2 or more home remodeling companies so you can choose the best one for your project. Let's go! Part 1, comparing companies. So today I'm sitting down with Ryan Houchin from Southwest Exteriors. Today we're going to talk about how to compare 2 or more different home remodeling contractors. So first, Ryan, if you just want to kind of introduce yourself to me and tell me about your qualifications at Southwest Exteriors.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, my name is Ryan. I've been with Southwest here for, going on 14 years now. So I've been here a while. I originally started in sales and started doing the in-home consultation process. And then probably a couple years into that, actually took over the sales team and started building a sales team. Because at that time, I think there were only 2 of us. So a much different looking kind of company than it is right now today. But I love what I do. I love interacting with clients. So I still go into the home and get an opportunity to do that, which is a great thing for me because I really enjoy it.
So we're gonna look at how do you compare 2 different contractors? When you've got 2 different quotes, what do I look at in each company to tell me which one might be the right one for me?
Yeah, it's an important question, and it's something that it's obviously it's going to be crucial to the overall success that you experience, or unfortunately, the lack of success you experience. And thankfully, nowadays it's easier than ever. It's a little bit more complicated maybe than ever, but it is easier than ever just strictly from the standpoint of how much data we have at our fingertips right now as consumers, which is a great thing. It really is a great thing because it brings a level of transparency to the market that 10, 15 years ago we just didn't have, right? Because you didn't have all this data on the web, to go look at, and you didn't have an awareness of, man, I can just go here and Google this and find this, and so that's changed a lot, and that really is. It's kind of like almost like a holistic approach to things, because just, I just went on Better Business Bureau and looked up the company. That really doesn't give you a good insight. That's maybe one, look at the company, but it's a very isolated look and a very one-dimensional approach to saying, hey, how do I compare these 2 people? Mm-hmm. So thankfully nowadays with the internet, you can do research. You can look at a company's history. You can look at the amount of reviews that they have. That all speaks to longevity and how long has that company had an actual footprint, or do they even have a footprint, which is an important thing, especially in light of, everything just going on in the news here recently, with a company in our industry just closed its doors and left a bunch of clients, I think it was over 22 clients, just stranded with no recourse, no way to fix the problem or the wrong that had been done. And that hopefully is what we're trying to help people avoid. So finding out the company's footprint, how long have they been there? How many reviews do they have? Do they have a website? Is there a phone number that's not some guy's cell phone? Do they have a person that is at a desk answering a phone, in a location, in a building, that's brick, So that's an important thing. Looking at, next door, that's a great avenue for trying to find out, hey, is this a company that's really doing business, or did they just spring up yesterday and now, they're out in the market, because it's that easy. Mm-hmm. So looking on Nextdoor and having that kind of avenue to really take a look at, hey, how's this company doing? What have my neighbors used them? Has anybody in my direct area of where I live, have they ever used them? Have they heard of them? Is this, am I the first one? So that's another important thing, is just, and it goes back to just the incredible amounts of information that we have at our fingertips today, is we have the means to make a smart decision. It's just, are we going to make that smart decision, especially when it comes down to looking at 2 prices that may be vastly different, right? It's easy for our minds to say, well, we got to go with the cheaper price because that's got to be the better company, right? Because they're taking care of me by giving me a cheaper price. But there's, that's a booby trap to fall into, and a potential pitfall. Yeah. But that's really it, is doing some due diligence and not just relying on one source like back in the day. But today we have such a broader context of information at our disposal, and that really is, the key. Google. Nextdoor, Facebook, looking at Yelp, all these different things to really get a really broad picture of, is that company really who they say they are, and are they even doing business in my area? Because that's how, unfortunately, most people get hurt is it's just literally these overnight companies that pop up that really have no infrastructure. And then, 3 weeks when things get tough, they're gone and you're left stranded.
Now you know how to compare 2 or more home remodeling companies. And stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to look at how to compare 2 or more companies based on their products. Thanks for stopping by the Home Solutions channel, where we just want you to have the look you love coming home to.